Good morning, everybody. Finally getting back to sawing. A little cool this morning. Got Paul and Mother out there on that end. Old carriage is a little slow. It's like me. Doing the best it can. Give me some glovies here. I don't know if you can see me or not, but I got a little sawmill dog down in here with me. He comes and spends time with me from time to time. The wind is kind of dirty. I apologize for that. But it's a Monday. You'll probably see this either Tuesday or Wednesday. Got a little vine on it. I don't like that at all. But it don't matter what I like. Sometimes it's still there. Oh, that made a mess. Let's try that again. Vine on there, you can't see where you're sawing. Makes it a problem. And I have still got this cold. I cannot get rid of it. I talked to the doctor about it last week. They said you just have to bear with it. It's a virus. Antibiotics won't touch it. Try to fire with it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm burning with it. This last week was my week off with chemo, and I'm a dog, so I didn't have to go up there to cancer center 2 times. Had to go get a shot. Then I had to go meet with my doctor. I told him, I said, I'm going to put me up a mailbox up here. I'll stay up here so much. And they just laughed. And when I was there, the first time, I think it was Tuesday, I seen this old boy come out there, and I knowed him. But I couldn't place him. And he seen me too, and you know, we both had that aha moment, you know, but we couldn't know who each other was. And his daughter's with him, and I thought it was actually somebody else that I used to work with. And when she said his name, I knowed him. I won't say his name because I didn't ask him for permission to talk about him in a video, and I don't think it's right, you know, to talk about somebody that I'm okay in it. But his first name's Bill. And he cut timber for me at least 30 years ago. And I'll have to say he's the best timber cutter I ever seen. He come to work that morning, and he pulled old McCulloch out of his car that looked like come over in the arc. I mean, this thing was old. It had at least a roll of electrical tape and several feet of baling wire holding it together. He said, my good timber cutting saw's in the shop, but this will do. I thought this was going to be a joke. Well, I already had a trip cut that I hadn't pulled in last day we worked. And I took him and his saw up there, showed him where to start cutting. And I went on around the hill and got that triple logs. And before I left, he started that old McCulloch saw. Big saw. And he had to pull on it a few times to get his hit, then finally hit. And it sounded like it was hitting about every third lick, you know, this bop, 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 bop. I thought, we ain't gonna get nothing done today. So I went and hooked to that drip log stuff. Man, it didn't take me no time to do it. Went back up there and I thought, well, I'll wait on him to cut me some. When I got up there, he had 3 trees on the ground, trimmed and ready to hook to, and they was cut in a way that you could get to them no problem at all. I thought, well, this ain't too bad, you know. And it was all day like that. I mean, he could throw a tree the best of anybody I ever seen in my life. And he worked, I don't even know if he worked, he just worked like a week for me. But now Bill was the kind of guy that really needed to be cutting his own job. Because that's just his nature. He is very competitive, and he basically wanted it all, you know. I mean, that's just the way his nature was. And but now Bill was a good logger, and he was a good dad too. He had 5 girls, and every one of them was just as pretty as they could be. Bill was kind of like me; he wasn't much to look at, but. And he was a good dad to them kids. He really was. And had a lot of respect for him. He was one of these people that could really aggravate you when he wanted to, but you know, logging's kind of tough business to be in, and you've got to be tough to be a logger. Vines growing everywhere. I can't see what I'm doing. It's just awful, children, awful. But we will make it through the day. As you can tell, I'm still a coughing. And I think some of this is some of the medicine I'm taking. And while I'm thinking about it, I want to mention a few channels that I really like and be worth the time to watch. David Haley, I think he's up there in Minnesota. He has got a really good channel. Got one heck of a logging operation up there. I mean, that is the frozen north for the United States. I guess Minnesota's probably the coldest state we got. And they get in there and get her done, you know. And I like David's attitude. He don't put up with bullies, and that impresses me a lot. And he's just a good guy. I like him. He just stays in a good mood. I like people like that. And his videos is entertaining. Skitter Kill, he's got a good channel. Nuts 319. I like Nuts. And Daniel Boone Logging. Daniel Boone's got a good channel. And the reason I'm mentioning these smaller channels, there ain't no need for me to mention these bigger channels like Logger Wade and all that, because I'm sure you already know about that and watch them. But these smaller channels coming on is really good. They've got good content in it. I just thought I'd throw that out there. Just click on them. If you like them, subscribe and comment. And I'm sure you will. I can't help see how anybody won't like David Allen. And, you know, there's some good channels on YouTube. There's some really good channels on there. And I really appreciate all my subscribers. Thank the world of you. My channel's growing. And I'm tickled to death. I ain't putting out not as many videos as I need to. I didn't put out none last week because last week was just crazy. I had to go to the doctor twice. We bought a furnace for the house. I put a furnace in. I'm thinking we're conquering the sweating problem. Underneath the house is good and dry, and I'm thinking the heat off that furnace underneath the house will, you know, help. But I don't know. But last night was the first night that we've run it. We got it going yesterday. Had 2 or 3 little bugs in it, you know, that goes along with stuff like that. And, but after we got the bugs worked out and everything hooked up, I am well satisfied with it. And, can't complain. Got it at a decent price. But mother said no, so we won't do it. Getting cold in here, children. I believe the fires went out. That's about where we're at with everything. But I do truly think, and all the advice I got on this thing, it's just superb, you know. Mother's after something or other. Oh, all this old vine and stuff fell down in here. That vine ain't nothing but trouble. Stick that little hand in there, Mother. I don't need a one-handed baby. She's pretty good about stuff like that. She had to crawl up and on the floor, hook the ductwork up on that furnace, and it about killed her, give her a sick headache. I felt real sorry for her. She's stubborn. Paul worked one day last week. He had some stuff he had to do. And he's back this morning, just wide open. So we are cooking with gas. What's going on with my little heater? Messed up. happy this morning. Say hello, YouTube. Now get a little heat in here. Can't stand that. So, yeah, we've been going about 15 minutes. We better knock this off. Talk to you later.